Good morning, guys. My name is Jordan Abraham. Okay, for this presentation, my partner and I, Emmanuel Kyries, is gonna present about flexibility, and we are gonna talk about the benefits of flexibility and those safety considerations, special consideration, and their training programs related to their uh, flexibility. Enjoy. Okay, guys, so first we gotta ask, what is flexibility? Okay, people refer flexibility as like merely just something that, oh, this guy can bend really good. I mean, he has a very high flexibility, very good flexibility. Okay, that is right, but that is not entirely all. Okay, flexibility has got real tremendous value to it. Okay, it is a key component of your physical fitness. Flexibility is defined as the range of motions of your joints or the ability of your joints to move freely. It refers to the mobility of your muscles, which allows for more movement around the joints. And without enough flexibility, you can barely do daily activities such as getting out of bed, lifting yourself, from the ground, or even pick something up from the floor. Oh, it's really tough if you have adequate flexibility. Okay, and what else? In fitness, flexibility can also affect your performance in terms of reaching your full potential, such as your speed, strength, or even the power of your muscles. Okay. Okay, guys, next is the benefits of flexibility. In this slide here, I've identified four benefits of flexibility, and which, of course, is the increased range of motion. You can also decrease risk of injury. As for example, in football, when they run too much, or like for example, when they kick the ball with a free kick or like a sudden shoot, and then suddenly you see them limping. Why? It's because of the flexibility. Maybe the legs kick when they move, the is out of their range of motion capability, guys. Okay, that's the decreased risk of injury. Third would be the reduced muscle soreness. Okay, reduced muscle soreness. If you have good flexibility, you will able to reduce muscle soreness. That means this is also prior to stretching. You should stretch. So people who don't practice stretching before the training or competition, they tend to feel the effect of muscle soreness. And lastly will be the improve of athletic performance, guys. From my experience, I think I have I have friends that do CrossFit, and then when I see they squat really low, and I said, how? It's because they improve their flexibility. That's why they can improve the athletic performance. Okay, guys, there is few safety consideration that you should be aware of when doing flexibility exercise. The first and foremost should be you should always warm up before stretching. Okay, you should because stretch with a cold muscle could lead to injury. What I mean by warm up is maybe like a light jog for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, and when you stretch, you should stretch your entire body, not just your upper body or only your lower body. Sorry. Okay, but your entire body. And then when you perform the stretching, you should hold your muscle for at least 15 to 30 seconds and do not bounce, guys, because that will be very risky. You might have injury from there. Okay, you should stretch to the point where you feel a certain tension, like maybe mild tension. But if you do feel pain, please stop and pull back. And lastly, you should breathe normally. You should never hold your breath during stretching.
Okay, next we go to the special consideration of flexibility. Okay, this flexibility is focused on physically preparing athletes for skills. So they will be aware about the different athletes have different ability. Therefore, their flexibility may be vary. As for gymnastic sports, It gives students options which flexibility exercise they want to work on or suitable for them. So the students will be aware with the overweight, lack of strength, and also lack of flexibility. This is happened because they want to avoid aggressive stretching of muscles that have been immobilized in a spleen or cast. Connective tissue may be lost their tensile strength after periods of immobilization during the flexibility exercises. So stretching needs to progress gradually. It may take several weeks of stretching program before you can see the significant results. So don't rush to be perfect in this flexibility. You should not experience more than a transitory discomfort after stretching. The pain that lasts longer may indicate the presence of the inflammation. The phrase "no pain, no gain" does not apply in this flexibility. So avoid stretching swollen or edematous tissues as they are more susceptible to damage ourselves. And also avoid overstretching towards our weak muscles for martial arts, especially after the competition. Okay, as you can see, the next slide is about the training guidelines for flexibility. Okay, for the intensity for the flexibility is to be performed in low intensity, such as stretching. The recommended set for this flexibility is 1 until 2 sets only. The number of exercises to be performed is 1 exercise for each muscle and joint. For the frequency of this flexibility exercise is to be performed for 5 until 7 sessions per week. For the speed of execution, the speed is static and slow. It does not need a fast execution. And for the duration of these flexibility exercises, it is applied on 15 until 30 seconds hold per stretch.
Very best of the talent in the clubs final. Neviana Vladinova took a bronze medal yesterday. She'll be hoping to add to her tally. And there the lineup. Neviana Vladinova of Bulgaria. Strong start to the routine. Such a difficult apparatus. 2 separate clubs, they really do have to be ambidextrous. Nice illusion turn. Accurate in the plateau. Clever and difficult work. Well, accurate and artistic. Neviana Vladinova of Bulgaria. Strong opening to this club's final.
Andy Hoob had one of the craziest striking arsenals in kickboxing history. Along with spinning back fists in the Hoob tornado, Andy was able to throw perhaps the most powerful axe kick ever seen in the ring. The axe kick is one of the most dangerous moves to throw, often lacking power and leaving you vulnerable and off balance in a position to be easily countered. The fact Andy could throw it effectively against high-level competitors is nothing short of remarkable. Let's take a look at how he did it. Step 1. Straighten your kicking leg early. Many fighters raise their knee up before they axe kick. This adds deceptiveness, fooling their opponents into thinking another kind of kick is coming. However, it can lack the same kind of power. In contrast, Andy locked his knee quickly, allowing for more speed and full body commitment. By bringing his foot up in a wide arc, Hoob was able to take advantage of his adversary's blind spot from behind his guard and then go straight over it. Step 2. Slide your body forward. Because Hoob swept his leg up with such great force, his body followed along with it. This closed distance and added power to his kick. Notice that Hoob pivoted on the ball of his foot, opening up his hips for greater extension. Step 3. Tilt your hips forward and drive your foot down. Andy threw his hips forward and leaned back as he completed his kick. This added even more range and shifted his momentum forward and downward. Instead of letting gravity do the work, Andy accelerated his foot towards his target until the moment of impact. The results speak for themselves. How to practice Andy Hoob's axe kick. Build up your dynamic flexibility to be able to kick over your head. You can hold onto something for support until you're ready to progress. The goal should be to touch your knee to your shoulder. Next, practice raising your leg as fast as you can and sliding on your back foot. Now we're ready to try. Lock your knee early and raise your leg in a large arc. Slide off your back foot, slam your leg down, and tilt your hips forward. That's all there is to it. Check out the rest of my technique breakdowns here, and make sure to like and subscribe for more videos each week. Feel free to leave any suggestions of what to break down next in the comments section. Until next time, this has been David Christian from Modern Martial Artists, wishing you happy training.
Okay guys, this is an example of how flexibility training program for gymnastics. Okay guys, category, there are 4 levels of category of exercise, which are basic, intermediate minus, intermediate and advanced. And for this slide is only the basic and the intermediate minus. Okay, for all this exercise, the 6 exercise on the photos are target muscles, the upper body pressing and pulling. Okay, and every exercise should hold within 15 to 13 seconds hold per stretch. Okay, on the left, the top left would be the kick up to handstand. On the right top would be frog stand. On the middle, on the left, is dead hang pull up, and beside it is pistol. On the bottom left would be the hip extension, and lastly, the bottom right is the muscle up row. Okay, and this is another example of how a training program for flexibility for gymnastic athletes should be. And for this program, from this slide, is mostly the intermediate and the advanced exercise. Okay, from the intermediate would be the first on the left would be the HSPU. It targets the upper body pressing, and there's a tuck L sit on the ring, which also target the upper body pulling on the right, top right, and in the middle would be the tuck straddle pad to headstand, which is also upper body pulling. And below there on the left would be the glute ham raise, and lastly is the reverse leg lift stand.
Okay, next we go to the training program, mixed martial arts that relate with flexibility. As you can see here, the exercise, measure kicks, abductor stretch, side bends, lunging, side stretch, and the Y stretch. The muscle involved is stated there, as you can see. Okay, for the duration, we follow the training guidelines using the 15 until 30 seconds hold per stretch. As for the intensity, we perform in low intensity between the range 5 until 10 minutes only. So the application of this flexibility towards us is increases the kicking height, range and accuracy. Also can particularly for side kick and spinning kicks, hip turning agility, improve our throwing and striking, and also good for throwing and falling, prevent us from fall, and we can improve our spinning, twisting, and turning movement as well as the groundwork. As for the benefits, we can train our muscle to adapt with the stretch, and the stretch will lead to high quality of flexibility in ourselves. Okay, next we continue for the training program. This is the exercise: torso twist, V stretch, advanced butterfly stretch, straddle stretch, and standing split. Those are the muscle involved during the exercise being performed. The duration, we follow the training guidelines, which is 15 until 30 seconds hold per stretch. As for this uh, list of exercise, the intensity is slowly stretching to a position of mild discomfort. So the application, as you can see there, can improve the flexibility, we can perform the kicking practice, we can improve kicking range, we can improve the kicking height, and also we can stretch the groin, hamstring, and quads. Depends on the exercise we perform. So the benefits also can give uh, good to our muscles and also improve our flexibility. As for our conclusion, flexibility indeed is an important tool to improve our range of motion and enhance our sport performance. It is also important as a mean to prevent us from getting an injury during our sports. Without flexibility, daily activities will be difficult to comprehend. So, daily stretches are highly recommendable for us.